Howdy guys, I'm a fellow 8, your favorite wolf girl enthusiast, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Illuminated. This is an FE8 hack made by Sokaballa. Today it's time for Chapter 11, Mercy of the Tides. Indeed, last time we left off with a little bit of a story chapter, as you may recall. We're going to be setting off for some isles. Some people that we may not have any quarrel with are going to be our victims, I suppose, somewhat, through, as you can see here, the efforts of Caius. Caius, through the persuasion of Lancaster, reluctantly allows Jay's group to join him in escaping Ballaray. Several days pass in Janus as Caius finishes his preparations. However, true to Caius's word, Jay is not permitted contact with anyone other than Caius himself. Finch and company grow worried about Jay's well-being, though no one feels that they are in a position to contest Caius. Of course, I mean, he will destroy any one of us without fail. Once finished in Janus, Caius takes the group to the harbor town of Reseta. It is here that they board a ship headed to LaCroix, a plutocracy-run country made up of 5 different provinces. Their plan is to travel down the western edge of Ralspar. However, a few days into their voyage, stormy seas begin to develop. Phantom ship. While their ship is large, increasingly violent waves start to cause worry amongst many of those on the ship. Yeah, so my assumption is that we're not actually going to get to have Jay. Interesting, a berserker. Yeah, but I have a feeling that we're not going to get to have Jay as part of our roster for a little bit. And we still have hardly seen him? This isn't right, Sam. I'm telling you, Caius is bad news. We should have never agreed to come with him. As I've told you, Finch, I didn't agree to side with Caius solely because I wanted to save Jay. Think of Cordelia, Ophelia, Clinton, everyone else. We were left behind in Ballaray, what would we have done? It was the only decision we could have made at the time. We could have at least run, but now we're dogs to a man we can't hope to kill. And who knows what he's doing at Jay, who we haven't been able to talk to in more than a week. I mean, did you see him on the way to Recta? I keep saying that. That's not it. I mean, did you see him on the way to Reseta? It looked like he hadn't slept in days. He probably hasn't. He probably hasn't, honestly. All I'm saying is we could have gotten off this ship before we left. Literally and metaphorically speaking. And what I'm saying, Finch, is that I think we're all better riding the ship with Caius and finding a better place to get off. Because from the sounds of it, being in either Ballaray and Ersk would have likely gotten us all killed. And you're totally certain that Caius won't kill us either, right? It's a risk I'm willing to take, yes. Because at least we have Lancaster, who seems to be on our side. We're just talking in circles, bringing up the same points. You're just as stubborn as me. I like their dynamic a lot. I really, really do. The Finch and Sam dynamic feels correct, if you know what I mean. Like, the Finch and Sam dynamic is exactly what I would want out of, like, the leadership of an army. I'm so glad that Sam still contains, like, he still retains the respect and, like, the positioning that he earned for himself just by being, like, stone cold killer, you know what I mean? Like, the guy, the man, he knows what's up. And then, of course, Cordelia here behind her man, obviously holding him, just like holding his hand. Come on, Finch, what's done is done. We gotta move forward with the decision that was made. I agree, we're already on the ship, can't jump off now. But speaking of riding on ships, Finch, I saw this room over here, which happens to be somewhat empty. I was wondering if you'd come check it out with me real quick. If this ship gets any more hang time between waves, I think I may hurl. Okay, that's a much different way of putting it, for sure. What's going on out there? Just a storm, Cordelia. I've been on smaller ships that have survived storms like this. There shouldn't be too much to worry about. It's really sounding nasty out there, Clinton. Are you sure? Getting off that ship early isn't sounding so bad anymore, is it? Enough, Finch. Let's go topside and see what's going on. Yeah, let's find out. I see a lot of pirates. I hope that they're going to be on our side. Well, I immediately regret this decision. I'm soaked. The rain is coming down so hard. I can hardly see anything in front of me. Uh-oh, fog of war. How can the captain see through all this? Well, you see, he has thief skills. That makes him a pirate. Ah. Do you really think I would have prepared a trip across the ocean without one of the finest captains I could find? I don't think I'm going to get used to you popping in and out of us as you please. But take a look around you, Caius. Nature is more powerful than the most clever captain you could find. We're gonna capsize. Don't forget that I put my life in the hands of the captain as well. Well, you can warp. I guess I don't know how far the warp distance is. Like, to be fair, in Fire Emblem, the warp staff has a range. I don't know if his warping has a range. As such, I have full confidence with him being here. Much unlike what I have with you. It is only because of Lancaster that you're even on this ship. Actually, for your information, it has much more to do with Jay. You know him? The guy that I'm trying to save from essentially being kidnapped? I mean, we haven't been able to talk to Jay at all. What the heck are you doing with him? Jay's been helping me understand some of the workings of Candescent. He's been incredibly cooperative and is in perfect health, I assure you. You need not worry about him. So why do you come up here, Gaius? What do you want? Well, on that point, I've actually come here because I... Rip. Crack. I think this ship is gonna go down. What the heck was that? Did we just hit something? We struck land. All hands below deck. We're taking in water. And now we're going to die. What a shocker that Caius led us to a sinking ship. Finch, shut up. What do we do? It's fine. You think this crew hasn't been on a ship taking in water before? Is that a beach? Oh, are we actually going to get a land map? Oh, my head. Am I alive? Okay, it's Finch, gotcha. Oh, wow. The ship actually capsized. Gaius, are you dead? Please, tell me that you're dead. You'll have to do a lot more to get rid of me. Dang, worth a shot, I guess. Some captain you got there, eh? You sure know how to pick 'em. You're one to talk. I don't see a whole lot of your crew. Speaking of which, we should go check and make sure that everyone is okay. Finch. Okay, everyone's still here. Good. Oh, and I see Jay. There's Jay, actually. He might be fine. He might fight with us now. Finch, are you alright? Yeah, I think so. Nothing broken as far as I can tell. Aside from a non-functioning arm, that is. That's a relief. We were so worried when we couldn't find you. You two are really a ways out here. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't find my own bearings there for a bit. We must have gotten thrown off the ship when we hit lands. But at any rate, I'm just as relieved to see you all safe and sound as well. Jay, I'm happy to see you at all. Glad to see you're doing okay as well. Back at you, buddy. Good to see you're no worse for wear. Do you all happen to know how everyone else fared? We're just coming to check. Nearly everyone made it out just fine, and now that we know you two are okay, there's only one person left that is unaccounted for. And who's that? The captain is missing. We've looked everywhere. Uh-oh. Wait, it was, Captain Betrayal, And unless he somehow got launched far into the mainlands, unfortunately, I fear we may not find him. Dang, that's too bad. You hear that, Gaius? Can't find the captain that could weather any storm. Gods, Finch, have some dignity. We may have just lost a life, and you're making jokes about it. Okay, Gaius. I don't know if you're allowed to say that. Since when do you care for anyone but yourself? Enough, Finch. Let's just be grateful we are alive. Alright, fine. So, what do we do then? We're stranded in the middle of the ocean. The ship looks like it took some serious damage. Yeah, it is cut wide open. And I, for one, don't know much about repairing a ship. Well, since most of the crew made it out just fine, we at least have people who know how to repair the ship. True. I bet if we give them some time, they can do enough patchwork to get the ship going again. That's gonna be a lot of patchwork. But I sure hope so. I bet they want to be stranded here just about as much as we do. That's at least some good news, then. Let's go with that to start. In the meantime, Jay, it looks like we're going to have some downtime. You're coming with me back to your room. Beginning to understand some things about our most recent work together, but I still need to continue working on it. I'll let Finch tell the crew what the updated plan is. Like heck I am, your darn crew nearly got us killed. You can go tell them. Don't forget your place, boy. You answer to Lancaster, who answers to me. So do what I tell you. Jay, come on. Gaius, hold on a moment. Someone is coming this way. Oh boy. Those are promoted. That's a new... We found ourselves in Fire Emblem 4. This is Arthur and Nana. Fascinating. I saw a new class there too, like a female berserker, question mark? So that foul accursed magic is emanating at its most strongest, right here. Sir, state your purpose here. Judging from the look of our ship, I'd hope you could make a guess. Now is no time for games. Do you understand the power that is coming from this area? This is deep, abyssal magic. How is it that you've come into possession of such a thing? How can they feel this magic? Who are these people? This is Arthur and Nana. Listen, we have no intention of hurting anyone. We were thrown off course by a storm and crash landed here. Frankly, I don't know anyone lived out this far from mainland. I'm just as surprised as you might be right now. But rest assured, we mean you no harm. We hope to be out of your lands as soon as we can. You speak easily, but that tome of yours there, it makes us feel anything but relaxed. Truthfully, we had begun to feel a dark presence growing in the mainland Ralspar. We prefer to maintain isolation from the rest of the world, leaving Ralspar's problems for itself, and yet, how strange it is that this very presence has washed up on our very shores. Surely, no mere coincidence. Well, you know what? I can actually get behind that. You know what, Arthur? You are my son, after all. You've always had a good noggin on your shoulders there. Look, I swear to you that I don't know who you are. It was coincidence that I'm here, and this was a misunderstanding. So I'd appreciate it if you could just let us be on our way so we could fix our ship. I don't think you understand. No person should be in possession of such a malignant energy, let alone using it. This is a power unlike anything this clan has ever experienced. I don't care how you landed on this island. You're not leaving with that tome. We need to destroy it, and if you refuse, we won't hesitate to destroy you either. Uh-oh. They are all promoted. That does not bode well for me. You haven't even seen me use it. How can you be so certain that this magic is malignant? Because it is. This isn't up for discussion. Hand it over now, or we will be forced to attack. I'm sorry, but you're not getting it. If you feel the energy of this book, you can feel the destructive power that I hold against you right now. I don't want this to turn aggressive. But trust me, you stand no chance against me in a fight. None of you do. Well, you see, you remain red, and so do they. I do wonder, actually, if it would make sense for Caius to be a green unit, because clearly he is not, like, an allied character. Clearly it would make sense for us to swing at him to the extent that if we wanted to die, that's what we would do. But even so. But, like, it kind of shows us him being allied with the red units now. So please, turn around and walk away. Actually, I wonder if the gray unit palette would fit him, because that kind of feels fitting. I know that gray units, like, in some hacks, gray units are, like, not allies, but not enemies. Like, you can attack them, but they'll also attack the enemies. And I feel like that'd be quite fitting for Caius, particularly. I don't know. But that's completely, like, based on my knowledge of other games. That has no bearing in this game whatsoever. So please, turn around and walk away. I'm not giving you this tome. Then you've given us no choice. Jade, go and ready the clan. Call upon our forces, both flying and magical. We must retrieve that book. Yes, sir. Okay, I saw a staff on her, actually. That's kind of cool. Staff flyer. This is the last time I'll tell you. You're making a big mistake. We are the Dahlia clan. Man, I love the usage. I love the usage of the Princess Despair in this hack. That's my favorite song in all of Fire Emblem. We are the Dahlia clan. We follow the teachings of the light goddess, Dahlia, and we prefer to practice our religion secluded from Ralspar. But you have brought a terrible thing to our lands, one that threatens everything and everyone on this island. Maybe even the entire continent of Ralspar, and under the guidance of Dahlia, we will put an end to it, one way or another. Light goddess, Dahlia, what the heck are you talking about? Are you mad? Figures you wouldn't understand the teachings of light. We're done talking, prepare yourselves. He said the Fire Emblem thing, prepare yourself. Well, this has gotten out of hand. Alright, everyone, you have new orders. It looks like this tribe intends to harm us. Seeing as how Lancaster has talked up your military prowess, I'm tasking you with defeating them. I'll not have any of my men, including Lancaster, fighting today. That's not a good plan, guys. Listen, I know it's time for us to earn our keep, but we will die. We will die if we don't have a little bit of assistance here. Are you kidding me? The guy clearly said it was you and your darn magic that he has a problem with. Fight your own battles. Not to fear, I will be joining you in this battle, and Jay will as well. Interesting. Caius, please. I'll help you with the experiments in a closed environment, but not out here, I beg you. It's a necessary evil, Jay. We've gotten some testing in a closed environment. Now is a good time for a trial run. So do we get the Candescent back? Finch, Jay, come with me. Sam, get everyone else ready. We'll have a fight on our hands. Why do you need me? Ah, you'll see soon enough. Fascinating. Very fascinating indeed. Alright, so here's our roster. We get to bring everybody this time, and we do have Teddy. Very nice. Talk with Sid. Very fascinating indeed. Well, let's have a quick look around the map before we do any preparations. I'm super down with that story segment. That was a great story segment all the way through. Every bit of that was enjoyable to read straight up. Very interesting. Ooh, Ballista. Dahlia Clan Ballistician, straight up a class. Okay, archers whose sole form of attack is the Ballista. Equip Ballista. Max level 30, no promotion. Has measured approach when initiating, plus 10 hit and avoid, and provoke. Well, That's true, but not for the reason that, like, that's not me being like, yeah, I'm provoked into attacking this guy. 60 uses. Small end siege engine, 3-8 range, 5 might, 3-8 range, 15 weight. What's the con like? 20. That is very fascinating. That kind of... Oh. Rock. Rock. Name pretty much says it all. It's a rock. A large boulder that is near indestructible, rounded on the bottom. You know what? That is extremely funny. It has wary fighter. Oh, feedback. Striking this unit disables any chance of a follow-up attack, so you can only hit it once. 0 avoid. That's fascinating. Daily clan. War monk female. So yeah, there's a lot here that we have to look over. This looks like a really cool map, actually. I look forward to the entire, like, sea and lake aspect of this. Not often that you get to play around a map like this. Let's have a look at the boss. Sile, leader of the Dahlia clan. Very honest and noble and bound to his sacred duty. Ultraviolet. Negates defenses. Wow. Okay, it's 3 might. That's fair. Cannot crits. Plus 2 luck. Gotcha. And then he's got probably pretty good magic to back it up. Yeah, Nihil. Miracle. Let's see. That's interesting. I mean, I think that we'll probably not one-shot him anyway, but that's a good use of Miracle on an enemy. I like that. Spur resistance, and live to serve. Gotcha. Can he move? He cannot, but he does not have healing. Okay. That's just a class skill of his then. Heal staff, hand axe plus, tact bow. Bow ideal for all ranges. 1 to 3 range. Fascinating. I guess he doesn't move then. Yeah. Very, very interesting indeed. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Well, given that there's a rock protecting this as well, there's something telling me that there may or may not be a secret back there, but we'll see about that. This is a war monk. I haven't seen one of these in a pack before. Trained acolytes who have accepted the responsibilities of formal combat, axes, and light magic. Fascinating indeed. They have Nihil, and what's this one again? Intimidates. Is this what Sam is going to promote into? I mean, it doesn't have healing. That's interesting. It's interesting indeed. Okay. And then you have Sagitta and Steel Axe. What were the other promoted units? I think there was one more. Yeah, right here. Or maybe there are 2 more, because I thought I saw, yeah, there's a Paladin down here. Paladin, okay, so this is the presumed promotion of what the Light Cavalier class would have been. Canso, Patience, Measured Approach, okay, and then Chivalry. Lightbrand, Lance Reaver, Seraph Robe, very good. Seraph Robe, that's plus 2 for each use again, isn't it? Yeah, okay. And then what are you? Chasm, Quartz Gem, Horse Gem. Quartz Gem, not Horse Gem. Very cool. Let me just look through the items really quickly and make sure they're... Ooh, a Speed Bloom. That is very much desired, actually. Imbued Sword. These are magic weapons, right? Yep. Targets res. Heal Staff, Quartz Gem. Imbued Lance that we actually get. Nice, nice. That's what I'm talking about. What you like to see. Let's see. Ooh, a Sacred Tear, really. I know it's just luck, but still. Oh, it's right here, too. We can easily snatch that up. That's a great... Oh, and then he's, of course, an enemy unit as well. But no, that's a great use of our healer for the first turn, because we get to simply just throw down, you know, her and use her the first turn, because obviously, like, the first turn's not going to be a big turn in terms of how much damage we take. Well, anyway, map overview and story out of the way, which did take quite a bit, but even so, I guess I'll do some quick preparations, and then I'll be right back. Okay, just prior to getting back into this, I noticed that some of our units are promotion level. I don't think I'm going to promote anybody this chapter, but I do want to have a look at what our options are. I don't usually wait like a super long time to promote my units, but I'm thinking that I will wait just a little bit longer on some of these people. I don't want to just promote at 15 right away. I just want to look at the options. So Cordelia could become a Sage, Anima Light and Staves, a Spell Mount, Anima and Staff, or a Druid with Dark Anima and Staves. That's fascinating. That's going to be something to consider for sure. I might probably go Sage. I like the palette. I like the female Sage animation. That's my biggest bias there. Spell Mount is obviously good as well. Anima and Stabs. And then Druid would essentially give us a second Ophelia. But speaking of Ophelia, we can have a look and see what she can promote into. We have been using both of these two quite a bit. I would have to imagine that she can go Druid as well. Druid or Summoner? Well... I think I know what she's going to be turning into. I do like Druid for her a lot, though, especially with the Anima access that it gives. But Summoner, if we can still summon, like straight up, that's the one I'm going to go for sure. And then I think we have, who else was it? Sam. Sam was the other one. Let me make sure that there's nobody else. I think Frederick was 1 level off. And then obviously our newest unit is promoted. Unfortunately, Sid and Frederick are both just the smallest bit of experience off. Yeah, and then Sam is the only other one who is promotion ready. Let's have a look. Hero. Wow, hero for him. Really, swords and axes. Although I guess he would lose access to the patch-up kit, but that's fine. Berserker. Fearless fighters. Yeah, okay. And then warrior. I'm glad that he gets all three of them from this. I actually really like the usage of 3 promotion options instead of just the 2, because obviously our units have a lot. Like, our units are pretty straightforward in how they work, but you can have a lot of choice in how they work after promotion, you know what I mean? It's not like... It's actually not what I was expecting, in truth. I wasn't expecting us to have multiple options for most of our units. In fact, I wouldn't have put it past this game previously to just have singular promotion paths for our units. Not that I want that. Not at all, actually. I very much prefer the choice to promote as we please. I think that's very much my favorite way of playing. But this is a pretty cool way of doing it. I'm very, very happy to see this. My preparations were almost complete, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw some stuff on people. Well, actually, no, I will go ahead and finish up preparations, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, we should be good to go now. The only stat booster I want to give out this time is the hidden scrap. I'm just going to give that over to Finch. I simply put just enjoy seeing a lot of 10s in my stats. The 1 point of skill would probably have been more useful on Sid, but I decided to go with Finch for this one. So that's going to be all that we have to do this time. This map looks really, really, really cool. I love this, just the simple fact that I'm able to build such a robust strategy out the gates by simply looking at the map. Obviously, I have no idea what's in store for these two, but this first turn is going to be fun, and it's going to lead into a very, very interesting way of playing a brand new map. So let's go ahead and hop right on into it without further ado. Caius, please don't make me do this. There's got to be another way. Jay, what are you talking about? What is he going to do? Enough, Jay. We aren't debating this again. This is an excellent opportunity to test Candescent in a live environment. Practicality doesn't exist unless you actually put things into practice. Are we going to get the Candescent back? I sure hope so. Now get ready. Wait, is he going to promote? Wait, no. Ah. Wait, what? Jay, what the heck is happening? Caius, what did you do? Not to worry. Jay is fine. Caius? What the heck have you done? I'll kill you. Ah ha ha. Let's not be hasty now. You see, our lives are inextricably linked. I see. If either one of us were to die, both of us would. So let's put down that sword, shall we? Just when I thought you couldn't be any more vile of a human being. So this definitely makes sense as to how he was able to control the king. What the heck kind of magic is this? You're going to kill him. I assure you, Jay will be fine, for both good and for bad. I'm very practiced with this magic. Now that the magic is in effect, you'll have to work with me, and Jay. I'm going out there to fight, and if you don't help, Jay's life will be in jeopardy. Just like it will be if you decide to strike at my body. Do you understand? Dang it, you're an evil guy for blackmailing me into this. Can we at least move your lifeless corpse below deck, then? Somewhere safer than an active battlefield, for God's sake. Unfortunately, no. There are limitations to this magic. For you see, the farther I am from Jay, the less control I have over him. That sounds perfect to me. Get out of Jay's head, or body, or whatever you're doing. If you need Jay to fight, he can do it under his own power. I'm sure he can, but I would be remiss to pass up such a good testing opportunity. Just be grateful it's not against any of you. You're going to make my head explode. How can you be so awful? Why are you doing this? Jay is serving a much larger purpose than himself, I promise you. And so long as you protect both him and me, you too will be serving that purpose. Lancaster should be coming topside any minute to help defend my body. So we can go ahead. But like I said earlier, I won't have Lancaster on the front lines. I'm putting this battle squarely on your crew. We must defend their leader. As for Jay, treat him, and me for that matter, just as another unit in this little army of yours. I'm not here to disrupt your orders. In fact, I'd like to see what Lancaster sees in you, so I wouldn't mess it up. Lancaster's faith in you is riding on it. Got the Candescent back, very good. Candescent with an asterisk. Caius, I swear to everything that I am. You'll pay for all of this. There are 2 possible rewards in this chapter. The first reward is obtained merely for completing the chapter. You'll receive the higher tier reward if you're able to complete the chapter in 11 turns or less. Good luck. Wow. Huh. 11 turns or less, you say? Traveling, a reprobate. Yeah, okay. So the Candescent, is this changed? Normal damage versus dark, extra range. Very cool. 55 hit, though. Maybe I should have given Jay back his, just given him that skill book. But either way, this looks really cool. So Caius. Obviously, he is not going to be fighting alongside us, but he does exist here. I have a strong feeling as though he would not be touched anyway. I have a strong feeling as though none of the enemies would be capable of touching him at all. But this is interesting. So, 11 turns. Let's see here. 11 turns. How am I going to do that? Because I also want to go up and see what's up here. Obviously, there's got to be something up here. I guess that just means we'll have to play very quickly, very strategically, as it were. Let's see here. So, obviously, my first order of action was going to be doing this. Attacking into this guy and seeing what I'm capable of. Not quite able to double. I didn't actually check any stats or anything on the enemies prior to trying all of this, but that's just fine. It'll work out as it do. Let's see, so you can attack to there. That's fine. I'm going to use Lana on this first turn to steal the Sacred Tear. It's not, like, highly useful, but, you know, a little bit of extra money, if nothing else. A little bit of extra luck. Never hurt anybody. At Danielle. At Danielle, where are you? There you are. I could use the extra luck on you for sure. It was suggested to me by, I believe, Gonzalo that I put the Fortuna, wherever that's at, I think it's on Cordelia, onto Danielle. The only reason I haven't done that is because she only has the 3 weapon slots before she loses any speed. And I can't afford her having less speed than what she has now, so that's why I haven't done that quite yet, but maybe one of these days I will. I'm sure hoping so anyway. Let's see, Finch is just out of range to attack anybody. That's fine, I can use him to shove this turn and then I can rescue him with somebody else. We also have this brand new unit. I should probably talk about this unit. This is Teddy, leader of the Brigade of Brothers, capable and kindred for a thief. He's the unit that we got last chapter. He's also got rally movement, so this would be my chance to go back, rally the movement, and have Finch one-round this Cavalier who is just so handily wielding an axe. I could use that rapier, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll see about that. But either way, very, very cool unit. I'm very happy to have him. I will probably go ahead and go over his stats. 16 strength, 15 speed. Obviously quite amazing. 12 defense, can't go wrong with it on his 39 HP. Got the Ice Affinity, that would be a great one for him if affinities were in action, but they're not, so it's no big deal. Got the Krontos, his PRF that cancels opponent skills in combat, basically just a Nihil lance with 9 might. I'm very much down with it. The 11 weight does not weigh him down at all with his 12 con. And his growth rates kind of imply a unit who's going to stick with us for the long term. 60 strength, 50 speed, 35 defense. Quite good. On top of these base stats, and rally movement, and smite. On a Kanto unit, who also has Silent Pride, you know, the 7 move. This is just a great unit. This is someone who I'm very, very eager to use throughout the duration of this run. Like, I could easily go back and rally movement with him right now, and have Finch do this, or I could just use him because he's that good. Like, he's just worthwhile to use, straight up. I didn't mean to do that, actually. I'm gonna go back, because that was a misclick entirely. And I would otherwise just be restarting the map over that one, so I think we'll refrain for now. Let's see here. So I do want to try to get this kill with the Wise Slants on Jerry. I do want to get him leveled up as soon as I can. He seems like he's going to be quite good, at least I hope so. We're kind of working with a mid-game version of the early game friends from FE8 by using him in this way. But for now, that's perfectly okay. I wonder if he can reach this guy. He can. He can indeed, but I would have to make sure that I kill this guy, who just so happens to be perfectly positioned such that he is not going to be all too bothered by the usage of Teddy. Topaz Bow. Does Topaz Bow work against this guy? See, the Photon, as I mentioned earlier, weapon triangle reversal with magic and bows, so it's going to be a little bit interesting to fight him. I guess for this, or in this way, I could put Ophelia down here and attack into somebody, somewhere. She's actually not doubling anymore. That's fascinating. Let's see, my units are actually not as capable as I thought that they were. That's okay. We'll get through it for sure. I sure do hope that Clinton is able to hit this. I sure hope we're able to do 11 damage with Jerry as well. I love that background. That's, where have I seen that before? Is that from Fate Grand Order? I sure hope not. I sure hope not. I don't like that game at all. I feel like I've seen that before, though. Either way, it's a very nice background. I like it a lot. The ocean waves in the background. The mounted cavalier named Jerry, taking lives on the beach. It's a very good feeling. That's a great level up. That is a wonderful level up. I bet if I'd kept the Medicis Tome equivalent and used it on Jerry, he would have been rather insane with as much experience as he's capable of gaining. Let's see here. So, I think I'm probably just going to go ahead and still do this. Because I do have the light brand that I can attack this guy with anyway. So, my plan, my order of operations was going to be... I was going to hope to double with the Iron Axe, but if not, then the Slim Axe will do it. And that's perfectly cool. That's just fine. And then I'm going to swap over to the Sword Reaver on 1 Miss Sid. And now she can level up, or now she can promote. That is a great level up. Speed, defense, a little bit of skill, and a new skill. I wonder what that is. I've never seen that icon before. Frenzy for every 8 damage taken, plus 1 to damage dealt. Interesting. So, that kind of by default makes her the best user of the Seraph Robe. Interesting indeed. Although 8 damage is quite a bit, to be fair. Like that's not going to be a significant amount of damage, and when it is, she's in bad danger for it. But it'll be cool to see how that works out. Let's see. So this guy has sword effective, or no, this guy is sword effective. So I was going to want to stand here, which I think is just out of range. See, as you can tell, the gameplay, like the how everything's lined up is just immaculate. Every single aspect of this is great. Everything works out in a way that it doesn't necessarily put your units at hard disadvantage, but you're also never, like, truly in advantage state, you know what I mean? Like, you've always got something threatening you, something breathing down your neck, but you're never just, like, so down bad and desperate that you have to, like, necessarily put your weakest units into enemy range at all times, you know what I mean? Like, it's just nice. Everything looks, feels, and plays out wonderfully so far, which has been the theme throughout the game, honestly. Let's see, so yeah, that would be good damage. As you can see, that 1 extra point of luck would be coming in handy right now. But no such luck, I would have to say. Let's see, so the Stellar Pike would probably be my better option. Could also just attack with Ophelia, or Cordelia first, or Ophelia for that matter, honestly. The magic is going to be reverse weapon triangle against Cordelia as it is, although she's not so down bad that it super matters. Let's see. I guess we'll just get Sam out here. I could put Sam... Let's see. No, I'm just gonna have to put Sam out here, I think. We'll see how that goes later, though. I'm gonna try with Ophelia first. I think that she has a little bit better of a chance of beating up on this guy in a way that pleases me. There's the small chance that she crits. This would have definitely been a good chance to promote somebody, honestly. Like, if I had walked into this map with Phantoms, I think I would have had no serious issues. That's assuming that Phantoms work the same way. I don't necessarily know that they do. But I could have Phantoms go up here and start chipping away at this rock. I want to see what's right here. I'm sure there's something. There's got to be something. Like, you don't just simply put, you know what I mean, like a stairwell out in the middle of nowhere covered by a rock and not have something there. So I look forward to seeing what the possibility is. I could use Sam to also swap with Finch. However, I don't necessarily know that I want to do that. I could also rally movement and hit all 4 of these units right now. And that wouldn't be the worst option. I'm assuming that Kanto still goes into effect afterwards, though, so I'd want to consider where I move. Let's see, so you're going to be in range of everything. Moonlight, reverses magic triangle, and then also bow advantage. Huh, okay. Yeah, so if I'm probably just going to go ahead and rally move then. Whoosh. Oh, that only hits those guys, gotcha. And then it doesn't Kanto me afterwards. That's fine. I very much want to get you out of range, because I'm a little bit scared, in truth. That also sets you up perfectly to do that, and for you to not waste any of your very, very precious Light Brand Plus, one of my favorite weapons that I've gotten to use. Let's see, so yeah, you can't reach that. I think I'm probably going to have to leave this guy alive then, most unfortunately. Because, like, obviously this guy will die to anybody now. I could still use Sam and swap, but then I'm down 1 Sam next turn, and I guess that's fine. I guess that's acceptable. Let's see, if I were to do this ideally... I'm going to put Ophelia or Cordelia right down here. It's a bit of a shame that she's going to have to be in range of all of this stuff. Well, not in all of this stuff, but just like the mage. But I mean, ultimately it's weapon triangle. It's going to hurt more regardless, like, that's just how it'll be. Cordelia out here with the Seer Tome, doing just fine, doing everything that I want her to do. She's still one of my favorite units by far, it's just that she doesn't double and she threatens to get doubled sometimes. So I'm going to have to hope that she gains a little bit more speed than what she's gotten. So Jay can attack from right here. And then if he crits, then I don't have to use Sam, but I am not under the impression that he'll even hit, so... Oh, wow. That's what I'm talking about. That's a cool animation. The Candescent Asterisk is very good. Speed defense. You know what? I'm completely okay with this level up. And is that... I feel like I've seen that skill before. What is this? You know what? I'm just gonna stop trying to pronounce this word. 10 hit and avoid when HP's not at max. There we go. Simple as. I'm just gonna say that. I know what the word is. However, my mouth will simply not speak it. That's how it'll be. And that's how it's gonna stay. So we'll just go ahead and rapier this guy and that'll be just fine. I probably could have killed with the steel sword, honestly. Or maybe it would have been 1 damage short. I guess it would have been, considering where the iron sword was at. Did I even use an iron sword? No. No, okay. That's fine. Whatever. Huh. I've heard this this theme before too, and it's a very nice one. I love those pirate animations. I will never not love those pirate animations. I know they're like reminiscent of FE11 pirates, and those have always been my favorite version of pirates. I love GBA pirates. Don't get me wrong, GBA pirates are amazing, but that clean swing, it's satisfactory in a way that you don't really get much elsewhere. The animation quality is obviously as a result of the entire Fire Emblem community's hacking efforts. You know, the artwork repository, the sprite work repository, and all of this stuff. That's just how that'll be. That's for everybody to use, essentially. But seeing those animations makes me very happy. It makes me feel as though there's somebody out there who just, like, understands what it means to be a Fire Emblem sprite creator, you know what I mean? Because some animations, I will say, like, for example, in my humble opinion, the salvaged paladin animations just don't have the same, like, impact that the GBA base paladins have. Like, they're nicer animations, they have nicer looks to them, but the sword and the axe animations just don't have that swing, that impact that the previous ones did. The lance ones are still good though, I'll give them that. Alright, Caius, I've secured everything and everyone below it deck is safe. What are your orders? Caius? Ah, I see. You're with Jay. Again. Alright, everyone. I'll stay here and protect him as best I can. Good luck out there. And Jay, stay strong for me. Fair enough. Stands right on top of him. Oh. Very interesting. Wow, the water here moves so quickly. The tide just flew in out of nowhere. If it moves that quickly, coming in, chances are it could leave just as quick. Yeah. So we should stay mindful of that. It may offer us a chance to make some ground on the enemy, but we sure don't want to have anyone stuck treading water. Yeah, that's true. I like that. That's a good mechanic because it's not ambush-y, you know what I mean? Like we weren't ambushed by that. It's completely on our phase. On our grounds, we can do as we please with it. Let's have a look at Lancaster. Once again, Spear and the Hoplon Guard. Glad to see that it's not name changed. I very much enjoy the Hoplon Guard as it is. He's got his typical skills. There's nobody getting through this guy. There's not a chance. There's not a chance. The only way that you beat Lancaster is by breaking his weapon and standing there menacingly around him. Simply how it'll have to be. Let's see here. So, the enemies are quite strong. However, Jerry is also quite capable. Never mind, he's not capable. I did not tell you the truth. Air Slasher, gotcha. The Dahlia clan is a secluded population of monks who worship Dahlia. Higher than average res. Okay. That's interesting. That's a good way of, yeah, that's actually a good way of pointing that out, because I was not about to notice that. I was not about to notice that by default, but it's good to know that our mages will be a slight bit less effective against these guys. So, let's see. Yeah, that actually does make a lot of sense. You know what? They're definitely taking the less damage. I sure do hope that Teddy is able to start one-rounding some things. I could double up right here. I could kill somebody with Teddy and also get my... I mean, that's not too bad. I could heal him, and then Lana would also get healed back up as well. Make sure there's nothing I want to steal this turn, because that'll be quite important. Okay, we'll just go for that then. We'll get the talk conversation, we'll get the kill, and that'll be how that is. Hey Teddy, you used to be part of a tribe like these people, right? Well, what I ran wasn't so much a tribe like you might find with nomads. It's more of a brotherhood. Brotherhood where? Brotherhood, tribe, clan. Same name. Or name. You get to boss around a bunch of guys. But it got me thinking. Would I have made it into your tribe? Do you think I could have kept up? Would you have kept up? What do you mean? Kept up with what exactly? You know, like with the crew. If you were going out for a job, would I have gotten to go? To be able to fight, would you have relied on me? What kind of question is that? You ride a wyvern, know how to fight, and your frame is nearly as big as mine. You would have been an unbelievable asset for us. Really, you're not just saying that, especially the part about me. No, not at all. Heck, you might be more intimidating than your wyvern. You, would have been a no-brainer. Oh, you're too kind, but trust me, I definitely have my wyvern beat. Beatrice here is actually a big old softie. In fact, do you want to pet her? She does love her pets. Do you really even pet a wyvern? Aren't they just scales? Oh yeah, her hide is pretty thick, but you don't think it matters, or I don't think it matters how thick the hide is, or what the hide is even made of. If it's living and it also has a spot that it can't scratch itself, better believe it likes getting scratched there. Watch. Oh, wow. You're really getting in there. Yeah, she does love her pets a little rough. She'll roll over for you in no time if you give her some attention. Wanna try? You know, I'm good actually. Might take a range check. Come on, you have to do it. It'll make her so happy. I'm sure it would. I just need my fingers intact, you know, so I can use my bow. Nothing against, Beatrice here. Wait a minute. This isn't because petting her made my fingers bleed, is it? Yeah, that would actually be it. Come on, Teddy. I mean, you used to run a tribe. You're worried about a few scratches and a little bit of blood? A little bit. Your hands are torn to pieces. I'm not sure running a tribe. No, brotherhood is the same thing as... Look, I think you would mean a lot to Beatrice. And if you're worried about your hands, even if it is kinda wimpy, I guess I can lend you this glove while you pet her. I used it for a long time ago before my hands got stronger. I still think... Schmink, come on, take the glove and pet her. I mean, look at these eyes. How can you say no to them? What is going on? Got a power glove. Very nice. Is that going to be con? Strength and magic, both by 1 point each. Vanishes after use. Very cool. Got the Nintendo Power Glove. My favorite Fire Emblem relic. That's wonderful. That was a great conversation. Oh wow, Teddy's animation is cool. Got that one arm loosened, you know what I mean? Oh, we get the Starlight Tome from Shadow Dragon as well. Excellent. I'm loving this. This is great. All of the discovery, the wonder, the splendor of a brand new map and a brand new game. It's always my favorite feeling. Keeps bringing me back to the good old Fire Emblem, as it were. And then the Shine Tome still has the poison effect. As far as I know, this is probably going to be changed in the future, but I don't actually know as of right now. Let's see. So, I can probably go right here. That's probably okay. I just have to kill this guy, and that's really no issue whatsoever. I wonder... Nah, oh wait, actually... Okay, I'm gonna have to get Finch in range if I'm gonna do that, and that's possible, like, that's doable. I just have to go, like, right up there. But dang it, I wanted him to be able to do something on his own for once. I didn't want to have to use Finch just because he's amazing. SMH, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this game has made me use my best unit in order to attack and do damage that is meaningful. What a shame indeed. Steel Sword activates, man. It's weird. I was playing another hack recently. Not one for the channel, I just wanted to play one for myself. And seeing the numbers for the HP bar on the other side again, it threw me for a loop. I'm not gonna lie, it really did. Alright, Jerry. But like, as you can see, they're closer to... Like, the numbers are close together as opposed to on the left of the bar specifically each time. And it's weird to look at that, but I've come to enjoy this quite a bit. Wow, he's just popping off. I gotta be careful. I can't be resetting, not with these level ups in tow. This is, these are level ups that I need to keep. He needs to remain on par, on staff, as it were. Let's see here. So yeah, the Iron Bow simply demolishes this guy. I'll go for it. Hopefully it's, I mean, an 88 should. Reasonably it would, after all. The Air Slasher goes down. Sounds good to me. Looks really good to me, actually. Let's see. Yeah, that's a Clint level up. That is a Clint level up. Is that, Deadeye? No, that's not Deadeye. There's absolutely no way. Let's see. Sure Shot, a precision attack that always hits... Wait. Okay, yeah, it always hits. Like, if it activates, it's going to hit. And then it's based off of his skill times. No, it's based off his skill. There's a 9% chance that activates. That's, quite the mood right there. Quite the big vibe. Let's see here. That's perfectly acceptable. I'm also okay with Lana getting hit by that. I'm totally down for it, in all honesty. I could honestly just not do that. But we'll see. We don't quite have a Hoplon or a, Philly Shield or Delphi Shield equivalent for Sid yet. I would have to imagine that's not going to come for some time. But we can't be throwing her down into the range of these enemies in this way. Let's see here. So, how many turns? This is only turn 2. I don't know why I'm thinking about this so much, but I'm looking forward to seeing what that other objective is. I really want to get that. You've gotten me enticed, and I want to see what's at the other end of it. Oh boy, the Candescent with its now lowered hit rates. It's very fascinating, a very cool design choice in my humble opinion. It's very strong now, that much is for sure. With its 12 might, and still, Oh, normal damage versus arc. Okay, gotcha. Alrighty, let's go ahead and hop back into it. Maybe what I could do is heal up Lana with patch-up kit. I mean, it doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. I can do whatever I want with Sam right now. I could honestly rescue drop Sam super far forward if I really, really wanted to. Put him in range of the Shine Tome. I could go right here, get the Salus out of the convoy in exchange for the patch-up kits. Then I could equip his Hand Axe Plus, which I swapped over from Sid. Swap with Jay. Rescue, and then drop him in range of this. That sounds absolutely wonderful. I think I'm going to go for that. It's going to entail me putting... Let's see. If I put you here, this is a standable tile. Not only is it a standable tile, but it is also a sandable tile, because it's sand. It's simply how that works, I guess. Let's see, and then he's got that equipped. Take and drop. Put you right back here, and then we should be good to go. That'll keep Sam in the action. That'll get us a little bit of a head start. Also, a very strong usage of our inventory management. Makes me quite happy to see. Let's see, so I wonder if you can double. Yes, good. Very excellent. And then you have that, so you'll... Yeah, everything works out here. Everything works out wonderfully. I'm going to have to assume that you can kill him, of course. That was a big assumption to make, that's for sure. However, nobody here dies. I could use Danielle. I could. That would be very possible. However, if I can avoid it, then I probably will. I could kill either one with Ophelia. I wonder if Danielle can deal meaningful damage to this guy. Very much so, actually, so maybe we'll go ahead and do that. Yes, that's what we'll do, because we're not killing you unless we use a multitude of units. I might not go down this bottom path for quite some time. Like, honestly, I could just leave this bottom path alone. There are some good rewards down here. Like, obviously, there would be reason to go this way. But if I go up top, that gives me a better chance of seeing what this is. And I'm more inclined to go for the secret than I am for the not-so-secret Seraph Robe, despite how good it is. Like, obviously, the Seraph Robe is amazing. I very much want it, but if we don't get it, then that's just how it'll have to be. I am going to go ahead and heal up Teddy, even though it puts her in range. I don't want to have to sort of compromise Danielle's positioning if I need her for this particular action at later points. The Flux Tome, allowing us to get the double exactly if this is to be the case, because the Wolf Fang is only 1 weight, -1 speed to us otherwise. So, these guys are getting fast, that's for sure. If I did have the summon available, I'm very much sure that I would appreciate that right about now. So let's go ahead and stab you with Danielle. And then if we get the crit, then I'll pop off, I'll scream like every single other YouTuber. And then, whenever we inevitably don't do that, I'm just going to go ahead and get the kill with our Goral Cordelia here. Here's hoping that this manages to hit. I'm sure it will. She has never let us down before. She is our savior, our star. And that is chapter 15 of Fire Emblem 11. Star and Savior. I think that's chapter 15. Either way. I've got Shadow Dragon on the mind right now, ignore me. I think so much about Shadow Dragon these days, and there's not really a good reason for it. I just enjoy that game a ton. It's my second favorite default GBA Fire Emblem. Let's see, so all of the enemies are coming to us somewhat. That's a pretty good feel. Gonna get shot by the Ballista, SMH. Oh, actually it missed. Wow. Interesting animation for the miss, actually. Never seen that before. But that's fine. That's perfectly good. Alright, Sam. Take your little bit of damage, get poisoned, heal up with the Salus next turn. Maybe double? No, there's no way. Sam's good, but he's not that good. Not fast enough to double a monk. Let's see. I hope that guy can't move. Good. Members of Dahlia, we must not fail against that wretched menace that we face. Steady your nerves, overcome your doubts, and together let's put an end to this dark enigma. Jade, I set you northwest for the rest of our flyers long ago. I hope for our sakes that your arrival is imminent. That would be the case. That would indeed be the case. Pirate. Anytime I see a pirate reinforcement, I get wary of villages that are under attack. The tide looks like it's starting to go back out. Let's keep an eye on the sands. Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain, indeed. Ooh. Is that camaraderie? I always forget about that. That's a really cool skill. Yeah, really, really nice. Okay, so, if we can just get upwards, I'll be quite happy. I think that there's no downside to any of that. We'll probably do us one more solid turn, and then we'll end this episode, since there's been a lot of story reading and whatnot as well. Let's see, so heavy bow, I gotta keep my flyers out of range. I have a heavy bow of my own that I could finesse somewhat. I could actually just put him in range of the heavy bow with the heavy bow equipped, and I think that that would be quite good. I like Teddy a lot. If it's not been made clear, he's really, really cool. I could also rally movement with him. I have to consider that it does not trigger his Canto, so that's going to be just a tad bit of a downside. Let's go right here with Danielle, equip the Axe Reaver, and see if we can't get her up here a little bit more. I like that. I like Cordelia being able to attack as much as possible. Or Ophelia, that is. Cordelia as well, but primarily Ophelia. Let's see. So you guys are going to be up there. Topaz Lance. Honestly, if I could get Sid in range of both of these, then that would be quite good. Although she cannot reach, unfortunately. I'm okay with Danielle being in range. She's more than capable of taking out a Lance Reaver with an Axe Reaver equipped. And if it breaks, then so be it, I guess. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of expecting it to break any time now, any turn, because it's not necessarily holding up. How do I want to go about this? So Sam is quite capable. Now that he's taken some damage especially, he's very capable. Let's see. I guess I could put Finch up here. That seems like a good play. Go ahead and let Finch kill this guy. The Salus has also cured Sam of his poison, so that's quite good. Let's see. That's a great level up. That is basically a perfect level up for him. And he gets his new skill, and presumably is in promotion range now. So that's quite good. He would probably be one of my top choices for promotion. Chivalry, if I was a full HP, he gets plus attack, and then defense res, good. Me, likey. I'm a big fan of that skill. Let's see, do you have a vulnerary? No, you do not. So, guess what we'll do is trade him one over, if at all possible. Or if I can heal him without healing him to full, although even with the patch-up kit, that would be exactly full HP. Bit of a shame there, I suppose. Let's see here. So, you can now attack him. And double. I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to get you out of the way. I'm going to get rid of him. Quick as I can. It may be a heavy bow, but since it's heavy for both of us and we're promoted with more speed, that's going to come in quite handy for us. I'm interested in seeing what Clinton's promotion options are, honestly. Although he is not one of my better units, and I somewhat doubt that I'm going to promote him over my others, I'm very eager to see what it may be. Please hit this. I need him to hit everything that he shoots at, because he, despite being rather on the bad side, is still... I mean, he's not that bad, but despite his bad level ups, he's still one of my better units by a pretty good margin. See, and then Sam can go there. Vulnerary, even if it's 15. I have forgotten, honestly. Even if the vulnerary is 15, that's enough for me. Do I have a vulnerary on hand that I could give over? I guess what I could do is trade over the Sacred Tear. Put that in the Convoy. I was actually going to do that in a different order. Give her a vulnerary to give up to Sam, but like whatever, I guess. It's not actually a big deal. I'm not under the assumption that Sam would die to this guy. 22 minus 8, he's not getting doubled, right? So that would be... I mean, it's going to hurt, but it's not going to kill him, and then there's nothing else in range, so that's perfectly okay. It simply allows me to heal next turn. I could also swap and put you in range, but I'm probably not going to do that, honestly. Let's see, I could... let's see here. I could really finesse this. I'd lose a little bit of damage for it, but I could get this Imbued Lance guy down here as well this turn. If I rescue drop Sam upwards, and then I could also have a swing at this guy next turn. I think that might be worthwhile. So I think I might do that, honestly. Let's go for it. So let's see, your range is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then attack to here. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then attack to here. So maybe I'm not putting him in range, but I guess that's okay. I guess I could still put him in range. We'll go right here, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then attack to here would be the thing. So if we go right here, then everything's okay, right? Yeah, everything's fine right there. And then we'll not end turn, coincidentally. Equip Iron Sword, take and drop. So we're still not putting Sam necessarily right in range, but that's okay. This puts a lot of our units up front and ready for combat next turn. And then we'll just go ahead and move the rest of our army upwards then. Rally. Let's get it. I hope that this works out. I know that we're leaving a lot of stuff open right here, but I'm hoping that the sandbars go back down soon enough and we're able to maybe move around that a little bit more on the next turn. Let's see. So yeah, all of that's in place. I can even put Jerry right up behind all of our units here. Right here was also accessible. I was not keeping that in mind. I definitely could have put Sam right there. That's probably what my plan was to begin with. Like, that's probably what I was thinking of. But I did no such thing. Okay, let's see how this goes. This should be a fine enemy phase, not too much to go on. And to that end, I might do another turn before we call it, but I mean, episode is getting quite long, and I feel like the next turn is going to be quite the impactful one. I sure hope he doesn't get doubled. Okay, well, it doesn't matter now. He's going to take this guy's soul out of his body. That's perfectly cool. Good job, Sam. Sam is probably the one that I want to promote the most. I would say that he's the one who could probably use the stats the most, if anything. Sure hope you don't get doubled. Candescent's probably heavy now. But Jay is fast, so it's fine. He might even double. It's a Lance Reaper. A little bit heavy for a Pegasus Rider. Excuse me, Pegasus Rider. Allergies kind of still creeping up on me here a little bit. Alrighty. So the flyers are probably going to come in now. Oh, okay, the sandbars. Gotcha. It's magic. It's hard to control. Haven't been able to cast it like Jay does under his own power, and it is causing some weird things with my connection. But no matter, I must prevail in figuring out Candescent. Indeed you must. Indeed you must. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Yeah, I'm going to have to call it for this one. This episode is already an hour long, and then with editing, it's going to be just a little bit shorter. But that's fine. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit like. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. We're this many parts deep. You made it this far into the episode. Surely you're having a good time. Very much appreciate it. If you feel like donating via Ko-fi, I very much appreciate that as well. Make sure to tune in next time, because next episode is going to pop off on us for sure. Next episode is going to be a really fun one with how much we have left in this particular map. This map is really, really great. I'm loving it so far. And also we have this secret, presumably, that is not too far off in the horizon. So, a lot of stuff to look forward to. Sure hope that you do. That's about all I have to say. So, until next time, see you later.